here on your Friday. I hope you guys are doing well out there. And I don't know. There's some buzz going on. I want to start out with, of course, the title of this particular stream, and hope you guys are doing well on your way into the weekend. For one, I've talked about cashless kingdom comes and their kingdom come, but I just want to say that the cashless, this is to me another symptom of the cashless kingdom come. Now this is my assertion, and this is yes, I think this is my assertion, or this kind of a semi argument, I guess, in some ways. I guess in many ways that I think there are signs. We'll give you the landscape on things. We've talked about the cashless kingdom come. We've talked about different businesses that are changing that are evolving. Good morning. Thank you so much for coming in. And it seems to be a crime. There's a rash of crimes. Houston has seen a ton of crimes. And this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm referring to the cashless kingdom come again. Cashless bail, cashless bail, and now these cash crimes. Okay, so for them to say that this jugging, okay, mind you, JUGGING, is this newest trending crime, the American police say. Okay. I can give you the liner and all of that. I'll do it ASAP. I'm probably going to come back this evening, I think, with a couple of liners and, some perspectives, I guess. But these particular rashes of crimes are defined as, you go to a bank and you withdraw cash. I don't know whether it's large sums of cash. These people are, of course, they're drawing different amounts of cash, but I think there's a conflict here. I think this is also the fact that they want to highlight these types of crimes, but they're not really giving you, I don't think that they're not promoting you to exercise your 2A when it comes to these jugging crimes. So back to the definition, roughly, from paraphrasing, this is Fox News and another station saying that you go to a bank, go to an ATM, you withdraw cash with large amounts of cash, allegedly, and the robber follows you home and acts out, on this assault and taking the cash or whatever. So I don't know what do you guys think? Is this another push for the digital dollar? Is this going to be something that's going to trend? Are we being prepped and primed, and the fear campaigns are up to get people away from cash, okay, from carrying cash, withdrawing cash. Not to mention the institutions are still showing there's a national coin shortage. I'm seeing that on the banks, on the bank windows, at the drive-through windows at national banks. There's one bank in particular, but I'm not going to name the bank, which that particular bank was named in the actual police reporting of these jugging crimes. So I'm just thinking, this is another. They've been successful so far at getting populations to conform or to sway them with fear. I'm not saying that these crimes are not happening to people, but for example, I've read in these particular lines that Houston has seen 82 of these particular crimes this year. Okay, but to me, how different is it that they've been doing that in Southern California? last year or the year before, several months ago, you had people that were robbing people. They would just rob people from getting cash or whatever they want. They just follow you home. These are turning into in-home rob, like, on your property. But what I have not seen, and I'm going to do a little bit more digging around. I'm going to dig around and see, because what is it? The police in California basically told the LA, Los Angeles, predominantly this was Los Angeles earlier on when this was happening several months ago, was telling people, yes, don't push back, don't try to just let them take what they want. Well, to just let them take your money. You're not telling people to defend themselves, but you're going to report that crimes are happening to people leaving the bank with their own money. Okay, and if it's such a rash, why isn't there more protection? If you're not going to promote crimes happening, why don't you beef up security? But like I said, I don't know. I remember grandparents going. I remember my own grandparents going to the bank, going to the ATM, and withdrawing money just so that they could stuff envelopes for Christmas for the grandkids. Okay, I remember that. Well, if you take that away, then it also takes a bit of your liberty. It takes a bit of control away from you. It puts the banks, back into your business if all transactions are having to go through an institution. So what is the answer? I mean, some people, of course, have resorted back to, the days of people sticking money under mattresses and that kind of a bit. I'm saying I don't have the solutions, but I'm just saying, I think this kind of porn or crime porn feeds into what will deter people from using cash. If they can't do it for a medical reason, then they're going to inject fear into everyone by reporting the crimes. As if this is not a new crime. I'm going to be the first one to say, no, it's not. To me, jugging, that's kind of a wide brush. It's really too wide to just call it, to say it's just limited to people going to ATMs and withdrawing cash and being followed back to their home and being robbed on their own property. Because the same thing was happening in Los Angeles when they were just in broad daylight robbing people for whatever they had, whether they came back with cash or from an ATM or not. Is the cash machine, is that the part that makes it jugging? What part? You don't know how much money people have on them. You don't know how long ago they went to the ATM. There was some footage in which you had a guy that robbed the lady with her kid in the stroller. So how do we know she hadn't gone to the ATM prior to this guy? But he followed her home. So I'm just thinking, what variables have to be in place for this to be considered jugging? Is this a cash problem or is it a crime problem? What are we doing about it? But I think the bigger picture is to start massaging people away from using cash. Side of Walmart are going to curtail your freedom. Yesterday, that the federal government is saying now, I started out on jugging, but the surveillance for alcohol says that vehicles need alcohol the week. And we talked about Progressive program. The app on Progressive was basically telling for under the auspices of safety, everything is happening. So the auspices of safety again rears its head when it comes to using cash or getting, the way that the critics and all the experts have got the whole world looking at everything through the lens of socioeconomic status. So will they justify these crimes by saying, oh, that person was disadvantaged and poor, and this is their idea of getting reparations? Well, does that mean if this person is disadvantaged and misrepresented and underrepresented, does that same background as them? Okay, somebody help me out here. If we're going to use that logic, white on white or brown on brown or black on brown, are they going to pull out those arguments when these crimes start to happen to people of the same background, which some of those are not going to even make the news? But I'm seeing, what was it? I saw Don Lemon, all these. They're gonna literally roll out the red carpet and throw down the cash to roll out there. I know how many people are gonna handle what's going on out here. Okay, and I'm gonna get on something else. 2022 inflation stimulus checks. Oh yeah, that's coming down the pipe too. I want to get into that this evening. I don't want to burst the bubble on it just yet, but there's talk about certain states, and of course it's going to be, it's taxpayer surplus is what this one particular liner is reporting. Certain states are going to inflation stimulus relief. And see, that's how you talk about these stimulus checks, because there again, of course, they've got that. Well, if you're making under such or such money, and see, okay, so to me, that's just going to be another wedge issue, because how do you decide whose money are you? How are you coming up with the funds for that? All right, let me have a look at the top chat. Good morning, Melinda. Melinda says it's hard to even get rolls of quarters to do the laundry. I have been followed home from the grocery store, and it's a bit scary. My kids came out to help with the groceries, and they drove away fast. It's not safe around here anymore. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Cashless kingdom. It's not just going to be ATM. It's not limited to ATM, boost. It's not going to be limited to that. Okay? They're going to do whatever they want